When you hear people say Nigeria is the giant of Africa, they are not talking about the country. That one is long gone. Long gone. They are talking about the people. Nigerians are the giant of Africa. Because Nigerians can survive anything, anywhere, at any time. Nigerians are strong, great people. That is why you see them making exploits everywhere. So if you are not from Nigeria, tag a Nigerian friend or a brother and wish them a happy independence. Happy independence to Nigerians. If not, I'm from Rwanda.
Breaking news, guys. If you are a foreigner living in Nigeria, you might need to go and get your NIN done. The federal government has proposed that all foreigners living and working in Nigeria need to go and register themselves and get a NIN. And they are also going to be paying tax. Now, I don't understand. Is this NIN not supposed to be what Nigerians carry as their national ID card? It shows that I'm a Nigerian. So are you saying that you want to nationalize all these foreigners? If they get this NIN, that automatically makes them a citizen of Nigeria. And they'll be paying tax because they are working here. Is that what this is? Because I don't understand it. Or are they trying to use it to like track all the people that are coming into the country, the ones that are doing fraud, the ones that are actually working genuinely? Because I don't understand why you want to nationalize foreigners. Is it that you want these people to come and take over Nigeria? Or may they ever conquer themselves? May they come. You guys should come into Nigeria, come and get NIN. Mona be Nigeria so that we go they come out, so that go they come in. Moku we exchange, I beg, moku na come.
And wanting to deal with patriotic South Africans without protecting the rights of South Africans. I think and I suspect that this South African Human Rights Commission has got Nigerians and Zimbabweans in it. And I call on the Minister of Home Affairs to start verifying the identities of those who are serving in the South African Human Rights Commission, because it is a foreign human rights commission. It's not a South African Human Rights Commission. Every time people stand for South Africans, every time the Patriotic Alliance stands for South Africans, the South African Human Rights Commission takes out a statement calling us xenophobic. Now they are embarrassed again that they defended fraud, criminality, and identity theft. And they must apologize to South Africans. But the minister must investigate this Human Rights Commission and see if all those people there are South Africans.
There are these guys who have actually been telling us that migrants in South Africa should be allowed to stay and be given citizenship. Migrants in Kenya, migrants in the UK, migrants in the US, including illegal migrants, should actually be given that opportunity. Now, most people, for some reason, don't usually think about this situation. What would happen if South Africa was one day to go to war with Zimbabwe, or South Africa was to go to war with Nigeria, and you have very many Zimbabweans who have actually crossed the border into South Africa. Now, there are several countries which actually allowed refugees and migrants into their country, and today they are actually facing the repercussions. We have the DRC Congo, and I'll actually also come to Kenya shortly. Now, in the DRC Congo, there was the war in the 1980s. The Rwandans and the Hutus and the Tutsis were actually in conflict. Now, what actually happened is that the president of Congo that time, that is Mobutu, actually allowed the refugees or people from Rwanda who were affected by the war to actually close the border and come into the DRC Congo. Now, what followed next is that the same people that the Mobutu or the Congolese were giving refuge to have actually joined the rebels over there, or have actually formed militia groups in the eastern DRC. And today, they're actually fighting the government forces that actually granted them the opportunity to stay in Rwanda. And they are even alive because of that opportunity that they were given at that given time. Now, what is even sad is that the same people that the Congolese allowed into their country are today looting resources in the eastern DRC and taking those resources to Rwanda, where Paul Kagame sells them to the international community and uses the money to build Rwanda, you know. And that is the situation that is actually happening. You allow people into your countries today, it is very peaceful. 30 years later on, you are at war, and the same people are actually exploiting or are actually even siding with your enemies because they feel more Rwandan. You know, these are people who feel more Rwandan and they don't feel Congolese in that perspective. You know, at the end of the day, this is the situation that people have to also think about because allowing people to come into our countries is no problem. But I think at the end of the day, if you come to our country as a refugee, let's say there is war, immediately the war is over, go back to your country. And that is what is supposed to happen. We have a situation in Kenya. In Kenya, when we started accepting in refugees from Somalia, when the conflict in Somalia actually took place, you'll realize that there was an increase in the early 2000s in the number of terrorist attacks and very many attacks that were happening in Kenya. And that trend has actually continued for a very long period of time. We are just lucky that nowadays the situation has actually calmed down. And there's a time even in I think it was on social media or even in the newspapers, they were talking of things to do with some of the refugees in Northeastern collaborating with the bad people in Tanzania, in Somalia, to actually harm Kenyans, you know. And this is the situation. You have these people coming into the Republic of, let's say, South Africa, Kenya, or even in the UK. How sure are you that these people will be able to stand with you when war starts between your country and their country? How sure are you that Zimbabweans in South Africa who hold citizenship in South Africa will be able to fight along will be able to fight along South African forces and be loyal to South Africa and not sell out your people? Because we have situations in which these guys could actually even sell out whole brigades, and you end up with a situation in which a whole brigade is actually trapped or even killed or even captured by forces from the opposite country, you know, and that is a situation that most people, for some reason, don't actually reason about.
To all the South African women married to Nigerians, if you know that since you got married to your Nigerian husband, that you have never cheated on him, come forward. Come and swear before Gumaleke. Come and swear on your innocence. Oh, Gugu. Oh, Gugu. The God of justice. Come forward. Come and make yourself innocent. Come and prove your innocence before the God of thunder. Oh, Gugu. For if you swear and you are guilty, you will never live to tell the story. Oh, Gugu. Come and vindicate me. They say I'm lying. They have called me all sorts of names. They say Wuting Yashana. They say Nitagiwe. They have called me names. I have come before you, Obukumaleke, the God of justice. Come forward.
My sister, don't insult my intelligence. We see very well what that word Nikona means. You know very well how you guys use it. And the fact that you are here trying to explain it to me tells me, or you assumed, or I must not understand what it means because I must not be South African. You thought I must not be South African. And that's why you're trying to explain it to me. And that's why, again, Afrophobia, xenophobia is dumb. Like, xenophobia, Afrophobia, because this is what comes out of it, is you trying to explain to me what Nikona means. Like, I know very well what it means. I know how you guys use it on the internet. I'm always on TikTok. I know how you guys use it. It's never been used for good. It's never been commented on one video that I've seen and it was used for good. So, like a story. And I could say, maybe, like, I don't understand. You're insulting my intelligence, honestly. Like, but then again, if you are the type to comment it, I cannot expect too much from you. Because on internet who comment any corner and insult people and make fun of people and laugh at people and bully people, that's what you guys do. Got this Nikona alone. So I shouldn't be expecting anything more from you. Mar correct and correct video.
because ntho e etsang a se botlhale next a wa tlhalefa at all.
Hey bro, I don't know man. I think Nigeria kind of has like a long way to go. Like the easiest things do not work. It's just more like nothing fucking works in Nigeria, bro. International payments are a nightmare, meaning they don't have Visa and MasterCard. You have to go get Nairas for you to buy. You can't buy with your Visa or your MasterCard. So I'll show you how much I've spent on my stay at Lagos. I haven't spent any money. It's hard to get food because you don't have the Nairas and you can't use your Visa or your MasterCard. But also here, another thing is they don't have Wi-Fi at the airport, bro. At an international airport, there's no Wi-Fi. Come on, Niger.
I don't find South Africans more xenophobic than Zimbabwean. I don't find South Africans more xenophobic than Nigerians. In fact, in what Nigerians do to each other in Nigeria. So the fear of the other would appear from a Yoruba man to an Igbo man, or an Hausa man to an Igbo man, or from an Igbo man to a Yoruba man, or any of those kinds of things. So they are more involved in the fear of one another and the ordering of one another. And I think that it's quite important for citizens to be able to speak both about migrations and labor, in the sense that in our country we are not.
The destiny of that country, Nigeria, lies in the hands of every Nigerian. You all need to stay back home in that country. Play your part. You all need to fight on. I keep saying this, our forefathers, they fought during slavery. They fought during colonization. These people, they refuse to run. They refuse to relent. They were there. During slavery, our forefathers never escaped. They fought the slave masters. During colonization, our forefathers, the likes of Antonio Naoro, he was a young man. At the age of 25, or 24, that man raised the motion for Nigeria independence in 1953. Then after, in 1957, Akintola revisited that motion. And people like Femi Kayode, they revisited that motion in 1958. Before a World of War in 1959, and Nigeria finally became an independent nation in 1960. These were youth. That was when Nigeria was actually the giant of Africa. Nigeria youth nowadays, they are all thinking about Japa. They want to escape the situation in their country. They want to escape out of Nigeria. You want to escape the poverty. You want to escape the corruption. You want to escape the lack of insecurity in Nigeria. You want to escape lack of basic amenities. Where are you running to? Some Nigerian youths, they are on TikTok talking about a traveling visa, student visa to this country, to Europe, to Canada. You want to go to a country that people fought for. Canadians, they made a sacrifice. All those developed countries you are thinking of Japa to, people fought for it. They made a sacrifice. There's a guy called Mazi Titi talking about Sweden is sweet, Austria is sweet, France is sweet. Sugar in your tea. But people, they made a sacrifice for that sugar you are talking about. How about you tell your people to stay back in Nigeria and fought for their land? Make Nigeria great. South Africans, none of them escaped during apartheid. The likes of Nelson Mandela, Stephen Biko, Desmond Tutu, they fought the apartheid government. You all can stay back in Nigeria and fight the corruption. You can stay back in Nigeria and fight the insecurity. Stop thinking about jackparing. I don't know where you want to jackpot to. You want to jackpot to already made country. You want to go and enjoy the sweat, the labor of other people. Our forefathers, they never escaped out of Nigeria. They stood their ground. They fought the slave masters. They fought the colonial masters. With little or no weapon. Now you have everything at your disposal. All you guys are talking about is out of Japa. Where are you jackparing to? Stop asking what the Nigeria government should do for you. Stop asking what the state or federal government should do for you. Start thinking of what you will contribute, how you are going to contribute your quota to make that Nigeria a dream country where everybody wants to run to. Believe me, Dubai in the late 80s was just a desert. But these people, they did not escape. They come together. They collaborate. All hands was on deck. And today, everybody wants to go to Dubai. They make it happen. Nigeria, we have the population. We have the youth. I don't know why. That's why the former president said Nigeria youth are lazy. And you don't know the reason why I said that. Because you all refuse to take the bull by the horn. All you are thinking about is out to Japa, to UK with student visa. You want to come to Europe, either by through Libya or Morocco. Where are you running to? To a country that people fought for. My fellow brother and sister, keep on fighting. Fight on to make your country a dream country where everyone wants to be. Stop talking about Japa. Don't run. That is your destiny. Face your destiny. Our forefathers, I keep saying this, they made a sacrifice, they paid their due. We have nothing to lose now, believe me. The corrupt government deprive you of your basic human right, and yet you want to run. Where are you running to? They deprive you of everything. Now you have nothing to lose. Stand and fight. We need more people like Very Dark Man. That is the kind of spirit we Nigeria need. We need more people like Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man stands for justice and equity. We need more people like him. You all need to support Very Dark Man. Stay back home and fight for what belongs to you. Nigeria belongs to all Nigerians. I don't want Nigeria to be called giant of Africa just to wear, but indeed, Nigeria, wake up and fight for your land. Stop thinking about Japa. I'm Mr. Z. I will be back.
Mr. Manager, my friend, how are you? I hope you good, my guy. I'm just laughing here. I was listening to a Nigerian doing a video on YouTube. He's telling us of how Nigeria has the best entrepreneurs in Africa. How Nigerians, are better than other Africans. But it's shocking that these people that he's talking about are not there to uplift their own country. They are in other people's country. So it's shocking to listen to such, stupidity. There is no other word to call it. It's just utter stupidity. I mean, how do you rationalize that your people are out there in other countries and you are saying that Nigeria has the best entrepreneurs, has the best people who know how to make things happen in Africa? There's no country that comes near Nigeria. And yet Nigeria is struggling, my friend. Why is it? He's saying all these people who are out of Nigeria are actually struggling. There is other Nigerians who are in Nigeria who are doing much more better than those ones who left, of which I'm not arguing that. But the stupidity is then if those Nigerians who are out of Nigeria and are suffering, why not go home? Why not go home? Why are they staying in a country that is foreign to them? So you listen to these things and you get shocked. I personally get shocked listening to these people. That do these people really think? Are these people able to put pressure in their own government for accountability? I mean, people use the internet to try and have some kind of relation with other countries. They are trying so hard to, I don't know, to try and have relation and try and sway our minds that we need to look at these Nigerians that are roaming our streets, selling powder in our streets. They are trying to convince us that we need to welcome. It will never happen. I promise you now. South Africans are very stubborn. It will never happen. These people, as we speak currently, they are getting deported every day. These people must leave. We do not want people coming to roam our streets for no reason. We need people who will help build the country forward and take the country forward. We don't want people to come and sponge on us and just loot, you know, just roam on the streets and, make our kids sick. So, to the Nigerians that are in Nigeria, I say to them, you need to learn to hold your government accountable. You need to learn to use the internet to put pressure on your government. You do not go on the internet and start talking about UK, Britain, America. Uh, we have many Nigerians in America. We have many Nigerians in Europe. South Africa is nothing. That's not your country. Stop being stupid. It's not your country. Talk about your country. Stop depending on other people's countries. Talk about your country. It's so sickening to hear how these Nigerians are coming. Hey, Europe, you are not from there. Talk about Nigeria. Stop telling us about doctors in America. Those doctors must come make a difference in their own country. The reason why there's not so much South Africans going anywhere around the world, it's because there is a level of comfort that we have in South Africa. And we do not want to let that comfort go. There is no need for us to actually go out there. You can see it with our musicians. You see even the style of music they do. They cater for South Africans. They cater for South Africans, even though they are going outside overseas. But you listen, we sing in our own vernac, we cater for our own people. You listen to you look at our soccer players. They want to stay in the country because there is a level of comfort that is just satisfying. You look at our rugby players, some of our rugby players went to France and they came back after 2 months. They just can't take it. There is a level of comfort that is in this country. And that level of comfort, we are very jealous of it. We do not want people to come here and just get things for free because we fought for this country. We fought very hard. We lost a lot of people in this country. And we still fight time and again to make some systemic changes in the country. So we do not want people who just want to
Mr. Manager, that thing
come
when I talk to you,
and get
that thing
freebies
when
on
Tinubu they
start
talk for
making
them are
our kids sick.
rubbish. That man,
So
no, which bandit
Nigerians
they
need to
don't, they don't,
learn
yeah,
to
nobody give
hold
bandit
government
now for
accountable.
a house
They
for
need to
Lagos.
learn from South
Eh?
Africans.
Now mind that
We
rubbish when
South
Tinubu they
Africans,
talk.
when we
Nigeria they are
talk, the
hungry.
government listens.
People
We
can't
say
even eat
jump,
in the
they say
country
how
again. As
high.
example,
You need to
if you have
learn to
5,000 naira, you
use
can't
your
use 5,000 naira to
internet
feed.
and put pressure on your
In there they
government.
talk rubbish. And
We need to teach
you know change
Nigerians
things. You
to
don't bring fuel and come
agitate
back to
their
100 naira
leaders,
for 1 liter.
to
In there they
agitate
talk
their
rubbish.
people
That
that,
you just
what, we
carry am for
need
there,
to
they play for
change
people.
how
Wetin they
things
talk? Who
are.
come out
We
for the
need
independence? Who
Nigerians
they
to start
celebrate
coming back
sufferness?
to
Nigeria na
Nigeria and
sufferness.
stop flocking out.
Eh? Kind
It's
rubbish be that one.
sickening,
Making those kind of things when they
Mr.
play for
Manager,
people,
to
make people they
see
listen to.
people who
When
do
I see
not
and
hold their
I'm very
leaders
angry when I see
accountable,
this kind of thing they
who
carry
do
come out
not
they play for
see
people.
anything
Only
wrong in
thing
the
that there reason they complain
society,
South
who are
Africa problem with
always
Nigeria, that
trying to
Nigeria problem with
run
other
away
countries.
from their
That's the kind of
problem.
thing I want to hear. Not be
It's a
this Christian
societal
kind
problem
of man
that
when be
Nigerians are
when they
like that.
cycle the country,
And it
cycle
needs to
our oil
change. I
money,
mean,
our currency
Nigeria
and our
gained
oil
its
money.
independence in
The oil in the country you call
1960.
Nigeria, it belongs to us. It
Imagine,
belongs to
in
we here. The
1960,
Isokos, the
we only
Igbos.
gained our
Eh?
independence
Which one the
in
Yorubas then? The
1994.
Yorubas
So
then and the
we
Northerners get
can't
nothing.
compare the two countries.
They are the one
Nigeria is
that
supposed
siphoning
to be
everything.
far. We are
Having the
supposed to
oil
be
block. Our
looking
people
up
sit
to
down, they look like
Nigeria, but Nigeria now is
dogs sit down
becoming a
look.
burden
And
to
you
us
come,
South
they post
Africans.
rubbish for you.
What
They
have
carry.
they've been
Guy,
doing
don't
all
post
these
that kind of
years?
thing next time. Oh. I'm very angry.
They've been bickering and fighting that you are Igbo, you are Hausa, you are calling each other chief even when it's not necessary. It's you trying. They are fighting themselves for status instead of building that country. Everybody wants to be a chief. how nonsensical is that? Everybody wants to be a chief. Even when they go in government, they go with the same mentality. How do you rule a nation that thinks like that? People need to understand that there is cultural issues that then affect political leadership that is needed in the country. So these guys that are just making noise and talking nonsense on the internet, you listen to them and you wonder, what happened here? What is wrong with these people? That's what I ask myself every day. What is wrong with these people? You know, they're telling us, hey, South Africa, a white man is developing your country. This country, I tell you now, has been under black leadership since Nelson Mandela. And you look at the development that's happened in the last 30 years, then you'll know that we have black leaders that are leading this nation. We have black leaders that are paving the way for a greater South Africa. So you can't come and tell me that, hey, white people, yes, there's white people who are billionaires because they've earned those billions under apartheid. And we continue to push them to invest those money because those money were earned in this country. So we don't depend on either white, Indian, it's all South Africans. The leadership of this country is pushing that everyone needs to invest in this country. We built this country. So if people don't change in Nigeria, change their mindset, change their outlook, look at things different, use your time to agitate in your own country. Don't tell me about Europe. Europeans don't want you there. Don't tell me about America. America is not your country. Tell me about Nigeria. You gained your independence in 1960. Stop this nonsense of looking out. You are window shopping. Every day you are window shopping trying to find out, hey, what's happening in South Africa? What? Hey, mind your business. Mind your business and grow up, because once you tell yourself that I'm going to look at my country and the numbers that you guys have, you use those numbers to put correct leaders in government, then things will change. You know, you can stop running for status. Hey, we are giant of Africa. Hey, we are this. Hey, we are that. Come on, you can't come and tell us that nonsense, man. The level of comfortability that we have here, it can't be compared. It can't be compared, and it will never be compared. As I explained to you, there is a reason why we do not leave. Some of us who have managed to go and stay overseas, we came back very early because there is a level of comfortability that is in this country that one doesn't get out there. So you need to grow up and get that half asleep president who can't even speak. I mean, how do you make business with the president that can't speak? You listen to that what is Pubundu? That guy, president, that one. He can't even speak. He can't open his eyes, but you've selected a nonsense, man.
Mr. Manager, that's when I talk to you. That thing when Tinubu they talk for them are rubbish. That man, no which bandit they don't keep. Yeah, for the keep bandit now for a house for Lagos. Eh? Now mind that rubbish when Tinubu they talk. Nigeria they are hungry. People can't even eat in the country again. As example, if you have 5,000, you can't use 5,000 to feed. In there they talk rubbish, and you know one change things. You know one brief fuel come back to 100 naira for 1 liter. In there they talk rubbish. Now you just carry on for them they play for people. Wetin they talk? Who come out for the independence? Who they celebrate sufferness? Nigeria na sufferness. Eh? Kind rubbish to be down. Make you know kind things when they play for people, maybe what they listen to. When I see and I'm very angry when I see kind of thing they carry for online they play for people. Play things that they reasonable. Play South Africa problem with Nigerians and Nigeria problem with other countries. That's the kind of thing I want to hear. Not this Jagaba when they siphon the country, siphon our oil money, our collecting our oil money. The oil The oil in the country you call Nigeria, it belongs to us. It belongs to we here. Isokos, the Igbos. Eh? Who show the Yorubas and the Northern get nothing. They are the one that siphon everything, having the oil block. Our people sit down, they look like dogs sit down look, and you come they post rubbish for your social media. Beg God, don't post that kind of thing next time. Oh. I'm very angry.
Nigerians, good morning. How are you? Please, there's some voice I'm sending to your platform. Play this voice. I'm addressing it to this Igbo man with his wife, especially his wife, for them to know. I noticed that they say every leader, be for whatever it is, your number one advisor is your wife. I want to know what this Igbo man, that's why they are always involving themselves with Ghana women. They know that Ghana women, they are very, very, very cheap. There are people here, there are women here, no, they cheap. There are women, they are not cheap at all for them to get. Yes. They come all the way to Ghana. You know that the Ghana women, they are very, if you just carry jollof rice, whatever things, give them, you have finished them. Come all the way from here, say be businessman or whatever. Come Ghana there, get what you want to get. Come marry all the way from Central Regional, say whatever. I want to know, this in wife way marry, your wife know the advisor, places where you are putting your leg, bribing police people, IGOs or whoever that is giving him award and all those things. You don't know that he go past a boundary. Which Ghana man can come all the way from Ghana, come Nigeria, yes, he won't come give Nigeria police, IGOs, whatever, award. I don't understand what this man is doing. I don't understand it at all. And your wife sit down, keep quiet, looking at him. Your wife cannot fear advise him that see, this is what you want to do or what you are going. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Your wife know the advice him. You just leave him doing what you want to do. Can't look like it's too big, going around bribing our leaders, corruption, policemen, so that if people they commit crime, they will not arresting them. That's what we look at it. That's why criminal offense is going on in Ghana. Then police will arrest them, they will leave them. Because of that's the reason. Get power. Go all the way to Volta region. Go to buy land, 200 and something acres. And the wife, not advisor, I hear that the wife from royal family or so whatever for central region, so whatever it is. Why the wife no let a papa give a husband land for inside there to buy? Go all the way to Volta region, all the way to Accra. They buy. This man is going past in boundary. I'm sending this voice for you. Please let them hear it. I want the reply for them. As they did it, they are not thinking at all. They are not critical thinking to know that what they are doing, they are going past their boundary. They don't know. And the wife sit down there. Keep quiet, they look at husband doing all those things. And keep quiet, they look at. Do you think that land in Volta region, are you going to succeed for that land? Nobody can give a family land. One person say that to make you come buy them or whatever. Who give you that idea? Coming to Ghana, going around buying land, doing this. I don't know who give you that idea. So do you think that you will succeed? Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. As surprised as his wife can never call his husband, sit down, advise his husband for what he's doing. For your Igbo land here, they fit sell land for foreigners. Number one question, make he answer me. They fit sell land for foreigner. You get money, come back to your home, come and do what you want to do in your home. Carry your wife and children, come back home. You want to provoke Ghanaians all the time, provoking Ghanaians all the time. Wait, let's see. Okay, thank you.
Now I understand the reason why Nigerians are running away. They are running away to South Africa, Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, all these African countries. Nigerians are almost all of us. They are running away. They are not staying at home because this is my first time in history and I see the Nigeria celebrating birthday. No one know that there. No one even celebrate. Like people are not celebrating. This is my first time to experience that. I've never experienced that. And this is my first time to have experienced seeing Nigerians not celebrating their own independence. People are just angry, like people are not really happy, and it's not a easy, it's not an easy deal. Instead of you coming to my comment section frustrating on me, I think you need to put your frustration on your government, right? A lot of you are Japa. Why are you Japa now? God bless everybody. My name is Master Manager Nigerians. I hope you are hearing noise on my background. Yes, today there's noise on my background. That's why I can't talk too much talk. I just want to say, if you want to reach out to me, look at my bio. My WhatsApp number is there. You can discuss with me, telling me what you have to discuss with me. My name is Master Manager Nigerians, and I'm there. Although attacking is a normal thing, and I'll be receiving a lot of messages from people. Okay, enjoy your day, and bye bye for now. Okay, thank you. No, for God, subscribe to Master Manager Nigerians. Subscribe, okay, subscribe.